Okay, you gotta sit down, please. Okay, I mean, technically you sat. I guess that counts. Hey, today, ouch, don't bite me. Hi, my name is Alicia from Doors and Floors blog, and we talk all about DIYs, daily adventures, and life abroad here in Peru. If that interests you, come chat. We're talking about textiles today and ribbons and all the other pretties that you can find here in Peru, and I would love to chat with you and see what you think, because I need some help planning some of these projects. Seriously, I need some help. These things have been sitting in my pile for a hot minute. I need to make something. So I have lots to share with you. For starters, I think we should discuss the fabric, or in Spanish, the telas. If you're looking to get fabric for your next trip to Peru, if you're looking for something that's not just fabric, but something that's like Peruvian specific, the best place to shop would probably still be Gamarra. I made a whole video all about Gamarra. You can get the everyday fabrics for sewing anything and everything that you might want to sew, but they also have a lot of really good selection of Peruvian specific materials. Alternatively, there are places that you can get fabrics in Ica or Cusco. I have seen them there, but Ica and Cusco just import the materials from Gamarra. So it's kind of just cheaper and a wider selection to go directly to Lima and go to Gamarra and go shopping there. So for starters, the first fabric that I have is this one. I have a piece of it here, and I have tried to make some stuff out of it, but it didn't really work out. It is very stiff. I don't know if you can tell that on camera, but it's not blouse material, and it frays a lot. The blouse that I tried to make, it didn't hug the body like I wanted it to. It just kind of sat pointy off of it in the places that should have been smooth. Typically, you use this kind of material to line a table. I've seen it at restaurants, and then they put like a little plastic over it. You also see this. This is how women tend to carry their babies on their back instead of using a carrier. They wrap it over their shoulders. Next one, I have this brown and cream striped fabric that is not quite as thick as the rainbow striped fabric, but it's still quite thick. And I think originally I purchased it because I was like, I'm gonna make a blazer out of this. This would be super cute. But I don't wear blazers. I've never had an occasion here in Peru to wear a blazer. So I've just never bothered to make the project. I just don't know what I would do with the llama brown and cream striped blazer, but I think it could work out really well if I lined it with something. But I think it's just too, I don't know, I like bold colors, but I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but I can't bring myself to make anything out of it. So should I make a blazer? And if I make a blazer, I'm gonna need some outfit suggestions because I don't know what it would go with in my closet. I don't know what I'd wear it with. I have a brown shirt. Maybe I could wear it with a brown shirt. And then next, one of my absolute favorites is this pink striped fabric. So pretty. It's the same thickness as the llama brown and cream striped one. It's not as thick as the rainbow one. It's still pretty thick though. And I don't know what to make with it because there's so much vibrant color in it. And again, it's very thick, so it's going to need some kind of a lining. I don't know what to make out of it. It's probably got to be some kind of a jacket or something. I don't know. It's very bright. It's very vibrant. So I don't know that I want the full whatever project to be a full that color. Maybe I'll make like a vest out of it. I feel like a vest could be cute with some patch pockets. Or I could make like a jacket, but then put a solid color for the stripes. Or I mean for the sleeves, so it's not so stripy and all one color. I don't know. I don't know what I want to make out of it, but I love the color. I just don't know what to do with it. And I feel like such a bad person. I have made fabric purchases and it's been sitting in my closet for like 2 years, 2.5 years now. And I don't know what to do with it. And then we have these jungle fabrics. I've got 3 jungle fabrics. The first one is my least favorite. It's very scratchy. It was very pretty when I first saw it, but in comparison to the other two that you'll see, I don't like it as much. I've used it for a couple of small projects. I've made like a little cat jacket and some cat some bandanas, but I don't know what else I want to make out of it. And it is very, very scratchy. I just don't love the material. I don't think it's as pretty. It's pretty, but it's not as pretty as I think the very next one is. So the very next one, it's one of my favorites. I've used it for several projects. The only downside is it's kind of thin. It's see-through. You definitely have to have 2 layers for any project that you use it for, and I've used it for several projects now. I have so much of it. I don't know how much I bought. I don't know. I think it was pretty cheap. I think that's why I bought so much. But I've managed to kind of like only use a little bit here and a little bit there. Also, quick side note, I have seen at Gamarra some fabric that was similar to this. It didn't have all the colors. It was just a white and black, and then the color, instead of, actually it wasn't white, it was black. There were no colors, and then it was like this chocolate brown instead, which was kind of pretty too. I've seen that one, and I think there was one other color. Was it blue? I don't know, but it was like, it was a lot of fun. I didn't buy it because I was standing there staring at it in Gamarra, and I was just like, you don't know what you're gonna make with it. You can't buy that. You have 6 others. You don't know what you're gonna make with it. So don't buy that. And then my final fabric is this one I bought when we traveled to the jungle, to Tingo Maria. And it is a cottony material for like a t-shirt. It is super soft, super nice. And I'm overthinking what project I want to make with it. I've only got, I think, 2 meters that I bought, and I just don't know what I want to make with it. And I think it needs to be just a basic t-shirt, but I'm way overthinking it. So I haven't made anything with it. I have analysis paralysis. So that's all of my telas, all of my fabrics. And next, let's go ahead and talk about the yarn. In Peru, you can get a lot of alpaca yarn, and you can also get a lot of yarn that is pretend alpaca yarn. The best place to shop for yarn, well, I guess I don't know what the best place is. I don't crochet or knit, but if you do and you're interested in this type of stuff, I have found it in Gamarra, but I've never looked at it. I don't, like, it's because I don't crochet or knit. I've never looked at it. I've just seen it there, but I don't know what quality it is. I don't know what it's like. You can also find yarn in the Indian market. So they have these little bundles, and they say 100% alpaca on it, but it's not. It's not. Most of them will tell you like, no, it's not usually, or it's not really 100%. Some of them are. You have to get the ones that are the natural alpaca colors, not bright blue. But they usually at the Indian market let you build this little packet, and it's really cute, and you can pick 10 different pieces and just build your own and pick and choose colors. They have lots of rainbow ones, or like solid blues and solid reds and stuff like that. I've gifted a lot of that to my friend before. And another place that you can get some yarn is in Cusco. If you go to Cusco and you're on your way to do your trip to Machu Picchu, because Cusco is like this giant circle around the city, if you're on a tour, there is a place, I don't remember what it's called. It's like the textile weavers something. I have a blog post all about it, but you can get a full tour of how it's traditionally woven, and the fibers are traditionally colored and everything. And it's this really cool tour to see. I was just mesmerized the whole time. It was so fun to watch. It was really cool, and how they make the specific colors from corn, and how they make it from, I don't know, just tons and tons of different stuff. So it's a lot of fun. The tour, I believe, was free, except that you are expected to purchase something at the market afterwards that they've, hand woven and stuff like that. So it is a lot more pricey than the Indian market is. But I did purchase 2 presents for my friend while I was there. I found that they would sell me some of the balls of yarn. So I got my friend one that's like this big of of a cotton. The alpaca one was itty bitty in this red color. I got two of them there. They were pretty pricey, but it was really cool to be able to get something and then be able to give that to my friend. And I really hope that one day she comes and takes this tour because she would absolutely love watching just how they weave the table runners and how they clean and pull the yarn and weave the yarn, and I have all my terms wrong, but how they dye the yarn, all of it. It was just so cool to watch and learn about the Peruvian culture. And finally, I thought I would give you a little bit of a peek into ribbons. You can get tons and tons of ribbons at Gamara. You can get, I don't know, anything and everything at Gamara. But if you're looking for like special Peruvian ones, they tend to be thicker, like kind of like the fabric is. And I don't know, but they're very rainbow and they're very pretty and I really like them. And I don't know what to do with them. I've been trying to look on Pinterest and find some sewing inspo that I can make something with with all of my ribbons because I just don't know what to do with them and I don't sew with ribbon very often. So if you have any suggestions, I would love your suggestions. I made a laptop bag out of a thrifted t-shirt. So I used one of my ribbons and I put it on the bottom of the bag. And that's like the only project that I've really made with a ribbon. And now I would love to find ways to use the other ribbons I've bought. I do have one project in mind for some of my bigger pieces, which I guess I'll go ahead and show you now what the bigger pieces are so that I can reference to it right now. But there's this top, not this top, there's this jacket I found on Pinterest. There's this jacket I found on Pinterest a while ago that it kind of looks like a scrap fabric top or a scrap fabric. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep calling it a top. It kind of looks like a scrap fabric jacket. It has a little bit of blue in here and some yellow flora there and pink and red velvet looking stuff and ribbons and all these things. And I was like, I feel like I have like half of those fabrics as scrap fabrics. I should make it as a scrap fabric jacket. It's been on my idea board for forever. I haven't done it yet because I'm still collecting materials, but eventually I hope to make that. So when we were in Cusco, I bought some of these materials. I bought some of these ribbons. And I know that they're not perfect for they're not really perfect for like matchy wise, I guess, according to the project that I wanted to make. But I still think they're pretty and I'll probably use them as that because I don't need to match this design perfectly. I want to match, I guess, like the layout of the design, but I don't need to kill myself trying to find all the perfect identical pieces. So I'm just trying to get some that are generally the same vibe, I guess, and go from there. So I got a lot of fun ones, but I don't know. I don't know what to make other than that jacket, but that's a future idea. But I have too many to just keep holding out. I've got this one too. This one's fun. Actually, I did use this one on one project. That's why I only have a little bit left of this one. I have a little bit more somewhere else, but that one. This one's one of my favorites. I took it off of a previous project that didn't work out. And then this one is like my favorite. I bought this one and the last one actually down in Tacna by the Chilean border. And I don't have very much. I think I only have like 2 meters of each. So I have one more that's a very similar one, but because I couldn't find this exact one, I was going to go back and buy more because 2 meters of ribbon is not necessarily enough for a full to cover a blouse or whatever. So I tried to find more, but I was unsuccessful and I bought a different color and I'm not sure where that went. Otherwise I would show you, but I went ahead and bought the full roll, which is I think 5 meters, but I don't know where it went, so I can't show you. But that's it. That's my tour of all things Peruvian textiles. I hope you liked it. If you have any suggestions for what I should make or how I should use a certain material or other suggestions that's not just making a tablecloth, I would absolutely love to hear your suggestions. I need some help planning some of these projects because I don't want to waste all the materials that I have already bought. I bought them and I don't want to be a fabric hoarder. I want to use all these beautiful things that I have purchased. Is that all you wanted to say? Hi, future Alicia here. I recently came back from a trip to El Salvador and I bought this shirt. It's actually a Guatemalan shirt. It's from Guatemala that I bought in El Salvador. Anyways, I wanted to pop in here really quick because this got me thinking about that whole video that I just recorded. I haven't known how to use some of them because they're very scratchy material, very grueso. And so I haven't really known how to sew with them. But in El Salvador, I bought this shirt and it has some materials that are very, very similar. This is a very scratchy material. Just like this Peruvian textile that I have, it's also very scratchy. So they're very similar. And this got me thinking about the possibilities that I have to use some of my Peruvian textiles. So I just thought I would pop in here really quick and show this. And I thought something that was really cool about how they made this is even though this material here is very scratchy, none of the scratchy parts are touching the skin. So this whole part right here is made of the scratchy material, but it's not touching the skin the whole way in. None of it is touching. Same on the arms, nothing is touching. So I thought that was very cool, and that gives me some inspo for how I want to use my Peruvian fabric. I still have no specific projects in mind, but knowing that there is a way to sew it and use it kind of like a decoration on top of the fabric, kind of. It looks like it's in there. Like, let me show you the sleeve. So it's on the inside. But knowing that somebody else was able to use it to make a blouse has given me a lot of inspo. And I don't really have a direction at the current moment, but I just thought I would pop in here with that info and kind of show you that. After I just spent all that time showing you my textiles, I just thought that was kind of cool, and it's really pretty, and it's a really fun shirt. And maybe in the future we too can make something similar and something really pretty and colorful out of the Peruvian textiles without having to worry about it being scratchy and itchy or too thick and not really hanging on the body right. So anyways, that's my final thoughts, and I will chat with you later.